And we are live from the Texan Lobby Studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. Ctfm, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me brought to you each and every Wednesday. Wow, God, this is awesome, Holly. She's sitting right next to Hunt Regional Healthcare. We just love you guys. And, you know, there's another one. I don't know, remember?
Yes. Valvoline Express.
Discount wheel and tire, yes. By the way, folks, we have a great show for you today. Guests that you're gonna, some of them you go, oh yeah, I know who he is, yeah. Anyway, we've got a great show for you today, folks, here at the Texan Theater. We do it every Wednesday at 10 o'clock, and that's Ctfm. Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me. Our first guest is a part of what we do here, but before we do that, at this time, you know what, I think I'll ask can I ask my producer if he would give our invocation for today? Because folks, I want to tell you what, because of him, we're here today for you. So Gabe, if you would do the honors, we would just appreciate you so much.
Dearest Heavenly Father, we come before you today, thanking you for what you do and who you are in our lives, and the blessings that abound and supersede even all of our expectations, Lord God. Help us to be of service to you so that we can go through this community and lift you up in all that we do. And we ask this in Jesus' precious name, amen.
Amen. Folks, I'm going to tell you what, this show is one that a lot of people are talking about, and we're so glad. And Holly, thank you. Holly Wilson from Parks and Recreation is here as our guest host today. And do we need to go to a commercial break before we talk? Sure. Do we get to talk to Rose now? Or, huh?
Yes.
Okay, Rose, we're going to come back. Rose Hayden, by the way, from Hunt Regional Healthcare. We're coming back to Ctfm. Come on down. Free coffee, tea today on HOLLI. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Hey.
When you've got a real emergency on your hands, you need a full-service ER team on your side. And only Hunt Regional Healthcare offers complete care for emergencies. We've got emergency medicine certified physicians, trauma certified nurses, specialty surgeons, respiratory therapists, and an on-site full-service lab and imaging to help you get back to living your best life. Hunt Regional Medical Center, the right choice for complete care.
Carol Hoops and Trey Warren at C&R Floors invite you to their new location for the same quality products, service, and installation they have provided for over 20 years. C&R Floors, 2706 Highway 69 South in Greenville.
Are you tired of those big chain tire dealers giving you the runaround? Are you not getting the customer service you deserve? If not, call me and I will wrench the competition. Come see us at Discount Wheel and Tire at 4609 Wesley in Greenville. Discount Wheel and Tire, and we will get you all that you deserve.
And we are live from the Texan Lobby Studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas with Ctfm, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me. And I just want to stop right here and say, Holly, that we want to tell Barbara Horan thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for such a wonderful venue that she has here and allowing us to be here every Wednesday. So it's a wonderful time here because of Hunt Regional Healthcare and the one that we...
Discount Wheel and Tire.
And you know what? When we say Hunt Regional Healthcare, Vanita Kay used to call it proactive, but be the proactive one. It is Hunt Regional Healthcare, and today, Rose Hayden, thank you as an awesome representative of an organization. You know, over the years I've known you and we go back and knew some business people that used to work in different times, but I often tell everybody, I'm glad that when Rose comes, because it's a big smile. Always that big smile. You know?
Well, I always appreciate you. Thank you so much. And of course, Holly's a friend of mine as well.
Yes, I know
so
that, yes.
I'm glad to be here. And it's so nice that you can let me talk a little bit about what's going on with Hunt Regional Healthcare. I do want to mention, and I try to talk about this every year, February, which is going to be here next week, is American Heart Month. And I want to make sure that I get the message across. You need to take care of your heart. You need to do those screenings. We always get so disappointed when we hear that somebody had a heart attack or had a heart event, and we think, why? We have so many screenings that we can do. We talk about the calcium score. That's the cardiac CT. You can get
cardiac
a calcium
CT. That's
right.
the one I remember. I'm remembering this stuff.
And it's now only $75. So it used to be $90. It's $75 now. That's because we believe in it so much. We've really fought to make it as affordable as possible. That includes the radiologist, everything. What's so neat about that is you actually, there's no poking, no prodding, no sticking, no nothing. It's a CT, so it's just a scan, takes about 5 minutes, and you actually get a score. And the score tells you in each quadrant what your score is, 0 being the best. At 400, they want to kind of figure out what's going on. And I've had multiple people tell me over the years that that has saved their life. Because it seems to be that you hear EKG or stress EKG, and that tends to be the rule of thought, but people are passing those and still having issues. And it's not until they actually get that scan and find out what's going on that there is blockage there.
And you said the investment, I'm going to say an investment, was how much now?
$75.
$75, and it includes
Very affordable.
Everything. Very affordable.
And
right.
of course, if you have a history of heart disease in your family, this is for you. Let me tell you, you know, yes, high blood pressure, diabetes, all of those things can lead to higher risk for cardiac issues, but honestly, family history seems to be the one that is a true indicator. You know, I'm sorry, you're very healthy, but this is the fact that is going to make you more at risk than anything else. And so if you know someone in your family who's had a heart attack, has had heart issues, congenital heart disease, whatever that is, get this scan. It's super easy.
Right.
There, of course, are other scans you can do. You can get something that's
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Cardiac,
right.
carotid artery, carotid artery, abdominal artery, peripheral artery disease. These are all artery screenings to see if there's blockage peripheral, right? Arms and legs and whatnot. Carotid here, abdominal. There's all these areas where you can have blockage, but we need to know that there are scans and screenings you can do. It's not just an EKG or stress EKG anymore. There's a lot of other things you can do. That cardiac CT, that calcium score we talked about, was developed by the military.
Is this covered Medicare? Do they play a part in this?
So what I would tell you is the cheapest way I've found to take care of this is just to pay the $75 out of pocket.
Okay.
Anytime you try and file on insurance, it tends to, especially early in the year, it goes to deductible, it does XYZ. There's a lot of reasons why you end up paying more than that. That's the cheapest that I have seen. Of course, I don't work in our financial department, but I think they would back me up on that.
What part, if someone called the hospital and said, okay, get 408-5000, put me in, or
yeah, I can give you the direct number. The direct number,
right,
903-408-5010. So that's the same number you call to schedule any of our other imaging, like a mammogram, but it's 5010. So 903-408-5010. And when you call, tell them you want that cardiac CT calcium scan, that calcium score.
Cardiac calcium CT scan. Okay, good.
Okay. Yeah. And so I just wanted to get that information out. Now,
thank you very, very much.
We have tried to do community events over this last pandemic, and we were able to sneak in a lung event last November, a year ago, November, I guess it is now.
Ago, yep.
But it's been hard to do community education events. We are attempting to have one for Heart Health on February 24th. It's a dinner.
It's a dinner.
It's at the Civic Center. It is free. We are having Glenda's cater it. And
I'm telling you, you did it then.
That's going to get everybody
there. You better get there early.
Listen, it's worth it just for the dinner alone.
Yes,
It's from, it starts at 6 o'clock for dinner, and then we'll start the program at 6:30. But Dr. Roger Bell is actually our featured guest, and then we're going to have a manager of our cath lab, and we're going to have the director and another therapist from our cardiac rehab there as well. But a lot of people know Dr. Bell. He is a fixture in our community for the last 4 years. We've been so blessed to have him. He's one of the two cardiac interventionalists that are on call 24 hours a day, 365 days a week. That has made a huge improvement in our cardiac care in this county. And so he's a great guy. He used to be in the Army. He was he knows this in and out, and he really is the reason that I preach about that cardiac CT, because he has made me a believer, and we know he has the best interest of this community at heart, and we're so excited that he could come and spend that time. So you can come, you can learn a little bit about heart health, you can get a free dinner, and spend some time with us. It's February 24th. We do need to know you're coming, so you have to RSVP. We want to make sure I have a meal for you.
So they RSVP.
So they can RSVP either by calling 903-408-1065, or emailing Frances Dalby directly at fdalby, DALBEY, at huntregional.org. And I hope Gabe's putting that in the comments for you.
and speaking, I heard the PSA from what a pleasant radio voice she has.
Well, that's Frances.
Yes,
Frances, she does a wonderful job, and she really is trying to get these community events out, and we've just been hampered by the world and what's going on in the pandemic, but we are so interested in getting the message out. She and I, we commiserate every time we hear that somebody has a heart attack. We're like, why didn't you listen to us? We're trying to make you healthy and find things early. So, get those issues solved. Yes.
So, Rose, is there an age that you would recommend people to start getting these scans?
So that is not as much age-based as it is risk-based. So we talked about history of high blood pressure, diabetes, other heart issues, but that family history is a big thing. So a lot of times when you look at family history, you say, who was it that had that heart attack or heart issue, and how old were they? And you kind of work back from there. But that is, you're paying for it yourself, that $75, so you can do it. You don't have to have a certain heart or certain age requirement. That's all because of insurance, right? When insurance is paying for it, they set requirements and standards and things like that. So I think we all have to look at what our risk tolerance and our risk factors are and say, is this something that makes sense for me? But it is a scan, and it is evaluating that blockage. So calcium builds up around damaged areas in the heart, and that's what it's identifying. But thank you for that question. And always we encourage, yes, talk to your primary care physician. This is not something, though, that requires a doctor's order. We have a standing order. You can call up. You don't have to have a doctor order it for you, and we can get that scan for you.
And I know we've got a few more minutes. A little bit about COVID. Okay. And then I really would like for our audience to understand that this new edition is like I was under the different impression. Okay. So anyway, let's do that.
Sure. Briefly about COVID, we know we're in the Omicron surge right now, and we are seeing patients in the hospital again with COVID. As of last Thursday, there were about 57 patients that were positive. About 15 were in the ICU. 7 of those, I think, were on the ventilator. And so that's always what we look at as well, to see how severe that is. And we wish everybody good health. We've been battling this for 2 years, of course. And yes, we have staff out just like everybody else. But we want to make sure patients are taken care of. What we also are seeing that's a little different with this, I've been helping a little bit with the testing teams. We test between about 700 to 1,000 COVID tests a day. We're seeing now about close to 50% of those, 45 to 50% of those are coming back positive. That is different. In the original surges, 2 years ago, we were seeing about 10%. So just want people to know what their exposure level is and be aware.
This is tough stuff.
So they're saying anecdotally, and of course this moves so fast, but anecdotally it doesn't seem as severe as Delta, which is good news. But it's hard to say a month's worth of data, 2 months worth of data is a way to really make a determination.
Right. Well, just if you want to protect yourself, do anything possible to protect yourself from the inside out. you might say.
Yes,
okay?
the healthier you are, the more
healthier
able you are to fight
Right.
off viruses. That's
And
true.
look at how healthy. I'm telling you, well, this is a specimen. So Holly's sitting there going, yeah.
Don't forget about all the candy I ate yesterday.
And we got time for one more little tidbit time, right?
The new building?
Yes,
Expansion.
the new addition.
Sure.
Explain, please.
Sure, we're so excited about that. So if you remember, a few years ago, we passed a bond, and that was to add on 28,000 square feet to the hospital and renovate the existing spot. So what we're doing is we're essentially doubling the maternity area, so labor, delivery, neonatal ICU, and doubling surgery and increasing physical therapy space. So the hospital's built on a hill. That means the back of the hospital starts at floors 2 and 3. So it's going to be floors 2 and 3 that we're adding. If you drive by, you'll actually see a lot of progress. So for, I think, 2 years, it was back and forth with architects and engineers and whatnot.
But now it's
now
just,
you can actually see progress. I was in there last week.
Right.
It's really neat to see. We have OR rooms that they're huge. They're wonderful. We're really recognizing that there's growth in the community. We know that we have to grow to meet that growth and that need, and we are busting at the seams. Very legitimately we are. So we are about a 140 bed hospital.
Wow.
Last week we had a census of 199 patients. So, figure that out. So we have to figure that out. That's what we do. So sometimes we're doubling up in ICU. Sometimes we have temporary holds in the ER, or we have different areas. And so we're having to really hustle to make sure everybody's taken care of, moved efficiently through the system, and make sure they're where they need to be to get the best care.
Well, Rose, I tell you, it's always a fun time and an honor if you would come and give us the information on a facility, folks. I tell you, if you haven't been and you've been going out of town, try Hunt Regional Healthcare, because they do a lot more
Than you think.
Rose said. Thank you.
And I do want to mention one thing.
Okay.
We apologize and thank you for patience for everybody for parking. We know that until we finish this construction, that parking is a little bit of a challenge, but that's just part of that growth, and we are excited to see what the end result will be. So thank you.
It's so easy to forget and forgive. So that way. With that said, we're leaving. Thank you, Rose.
Thank
again.
you for
and
having
you all know
me.
you're always welcome. We're coming back with Philip Martin. If you don't know Philip Martin, you're fixing to find out who he is right here on Ctfm, Texan Theater Lobby Studio. Y'all come on back with us.
Hi, I'm Kathy with Long Branch Dental Center. Lumineers are porcelain glass shells that fit over the top of your teeth and give them a dynamite look. You can change the shape, the size, and the color. So call today to ask about Lumineers. Long Branch Dental Center, making North Texas more beautiful, one smile at a time.
Every truck and SUV is on sale at Platinum Chevrolet.
New 2021 Silverados start at only $37,999, or choose from new 2021 Trailblazers and buy for under $20,000.
Don't miss Truck Month at Platinum Chevrolet.
The recipe for great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to Go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to Go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right part to keep your vehicle running. And backed by the best hometown service. Henley Auto Supply. Great people, great products, great prices. Henley Auto Supply and CarQuest.
And we are live at the Texas Lobby Studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. And thank you, Barbara Horan, for providing this to Holly and I. By the way, our co-host today, one Miss Holly Wilson, Parks and Recreation. But isn't it gorgeous? It's just a gorgeous place to be in.
It is, and the coffee and the food is great. If you didn't know they have food too, I'm eating some blueberry French toast over there.
How'd you like that? Isn't that good?
It's good. I eat it almost every morning on my way to work, so it's really good.
All right, we are here today with Ctfm, and you know, Holly, our next guest is one that but we're here because of Hunt Regional Healthcare and Discount Wheel and Tire. I better say that. But thank you so much. But he's here to tell us about something, and so what our next guest?
Yes, our next guest is Commissioner of the 3rd Precinct. Sorry, I said that kind of backward. 3rd Precinct Commissioner, Mr. Phillip Martin, and he's going to tell us about the Commissioner's Court and everything that's going on in his precinct.
I want to tell you something. I appreciate y'all having me here.
Oh, man, we're glad you're here.
I'm a person of two hats, and one of them kind of looks like yours when I'm not in the courthouse.
I know that.
And I would like to say this right here. I appreciate the Rose's interview a while ago because it means so much.
Yes.
I tell you what, we have health care here in Hunt County, and that's probably the oldest health care that we have, and we're wishing it to have many more. They've done a fantastic job. It's been a burden on the healthcare workers. We need to pray for them. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
And we need to do everything we can to get basically become a healthier nation and all. But I appreciate what you had to say. It was very good, and I appreciate y'all having it because that's nothing but good, positive for Hunt County.
Good. Well, what's going on in Precinct 3?
I want to tell you something. I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been a police officer for 51 years. That's getting too much, isn't it? But I said I was.
I've known him about 30 of those, but not 51.
I tell you what, I grew up in Hunt County. I was going there for a while with DPS, and I came back and retired with about 30 years on, and I've been working for the public all this time. Precinct 3 is the lower quarter. It'll be the from interstate, everything south, and then from 34 to the left east. That's what Precinct 3 is. We have right at 254 miles to be taken care of, and we have 11 men to do that in reference to all these miles. Of those 254 miles, you have dirt of 20. Well, you'd think, well, it's not hard to take care of a bunch of dirt, but yeah, it is, especially when it's in Sabine River bottom. So that's a lot of...
different locations have different maintenance.
That's correct. Of those 254, we have 100 miles of rock and 111 of oil sand and 21 miles of whether it be concrete or seal coat or whatever. The whole thing is we've got a big job. Now, I'll tell you what's going on. The county is in good hands, and I'm sincere. We got a commissioner's court that works together and basically tries to divide the money equally among these precincts. So we have a lot of stuff going on.
And you got a great judge.
We've got a great judge.
Man, Judge
Bobby Stovall
is
been good. He's very experienced and basically a little bit of everything. I tell you what, we have a good working court, and
Right.
I say this really meaningfully. You know, we don't have to agree on everything, but we can live to disagree, and I believe if there were more courts like ours in the state of Texas.
What I tell you now, he'll tell you about the commissioner's court.
I guarantee you. I want to tell you something. After I retired, the next day I put in for commissioner because I wanted to continue serving the public. And over the time, you know, the first month that I was in office, I was sitting up there and got a phone call and said a bridge fell through. That's in Precinct 3. And it was over on 3101. Well, since then, basically, through all these years, this is my 5th term, we built over 65 bridges, most of them are concrete. In fact, the last 2 was just here recently, within the last 4 months. On 3511, we put a bridge where there was a culvert where it had flooding all the time. And also on County Road 3131, we did so. We put a bridge there. We paid right at $60,000 to $70,000 to have this done with some other, but what was good about it is we did this, we went up and got to where it would go toward a 10%, go toward monies from the federal government, also the state, to build other bridges around in Hunt County, and so that was a good deal.
Let me ask you, Phillip, I want to interrupt. When you said Precinct 3, it includes so-and-so, is there some name-dropping communities in that precinct that might trigger, oh, I didn't know he was my commissioner, and now I know who Phillip Martin is. Yeah.
Yes, you take Lone Oak, you take Prairie Valley, you take Quinlan, West Milwaukee, Hawk Cove, all these cities, Greenville also. But now Greenville, I do not work on there maintaining any of the roads. These 254 miles of roads was only county maintained roads on our inventory. But that leads me to something else, and I'm glad you said something about that, transportation. This commissioner's court, basically, for the last, we had a steering committee led by Tarpley and also D. Hilton. And this was started way back as far as assisting us in transportation. If you'll notice the work being done, 2642, out towards Roy City and all that.
Yeah.
If you remember the 24.5 bond issue that we did to where we could get later and watch out for the future of Hunt County in reference to transportation, we passed this transportation basically guidelines, what we suspect or expect to happen.
Right. And you know, with HOLLI, with the leadership of Randy Tarpley and D. Hilton, I mean, yes. it's a positive direction, and that's what the community is about.
I want to tell you something, and I appreciate you saying that. We have a lot of people in this community, a lot of them businessmen and a lot not businessmen, that care about this community. They care, and they spend a lot of time in reference to it, so that's good. We as a commissioner's court will listen to the people. That's one thing else we've done. We've had the West Milwaukee plans for the future in reference to down there. Mm-hmm. That law has been in effect since prior to the 90s, but nobody realized that it even exists. So through Nichols and Freeze, we've looked for the future in reference to that, the thoroughfares in reference to I-30, the loop from 380 to 66. There's so much to do, and this is a plan.
Yeah, and folks, I'm going to tell you right now, if you look back, Phillip, HOLLI, look back 10 years, a decade ago, okay? Let's look at the population is where I'm going.
Yes.
And not only Greenville has grown, but the county, and as well as that commissioner, as you're aware of these new people that are coming in. Well, the new people may not know who this man is, but we're hopefully that they'll see his face today.
Yes, and Gabe says you're always asking good questions at the meetings.
Pardon?
So Gabe said you're always asking good questions at the meeting, so he wanted me to make sure that we tell you that.
Hey, I appreciate it. I want to tell you something.
He's over the, now he's up in the box. You see him?
Are we getting ready to kind of calm down on this? Yeah. Is that what we're saying? Let me tell you this. Redistricting took place. We had to redistrict in reference to population. The population of Precinct 2, which is Commissioner Randy Strait, Basically, they had over 6,000. You know what's going on as far as development out there. But also we have other development going on in all precincts, Precinct 1. Therefore, we had to reset the lines in reference to whether it's in Precinct 1, 2, 3, or 4. Understand this, and I'll say this again. I tell you what, we have a good commissioner's court. Hunt County is a good place to come to. You know, we didn't ask for all these people to influx, but we need to prepare ourselves for the future, and that's what the commissioner's court's doing. And that's one reason we're having to do all the thoroughfares and trying to figure out what roads are going to connect east and west and all this, and we came up with an idea on that. In fact, we passed it recently. I tell you what, I care about the community, and there's not a person in that courthouse that doesn't care about the community. We work for y'all. We work for y'all.
Folks, I'm telling you what, you heard it first, right on Ctfm. We didn't have, right, Holly?
Yeah, and we appreciate y'all that you're looking toward the future and, you know, planning for that before it gets here.
Well, I tell you what, I would say as far as the future, as far as transportation, and I always say this again, Rose, as far as health care here in Hunt County, we have it. We have good.
We do.
And I tell you what, and I'll continue, I'll stop this right here. We need to pray for our first responders.
Yes.
We need to pray for them. We need to continue praying for our community and this great country that we live in. And that's about cutting it off, so you can tell me to, friendly, you can tell me to calm down and fix it, because like I said, I appreciate y'all being here, and I
appreciate you and that commissioner's court and our county judge, Bobby Stovall. And I just want to say again, thank you. I know it was a show. You know, I called him last night at 9 o'clock.
Did you?
Yeah, because we had some, and he says, well, yeah. And I thought to myself, well, I know why. He said, yeah. But anyway, thank you for coming.
And I want to say this. We thank you for what you've done, and you also as far as the city. We want to thank you for what you've done in this community for promoting it.
Well, I love this community, and it's a big wars for Gabe and I are two individuals who want to help this community in the direction that it's going. So, producer, you got something, because we got to go to commercial break. Okay, we're going to commercial break again. Philip, thank you so much. We're coming back. Is it Holly or just Holly?
Me. You get to talk to me.
Oh, we get to talk to Parks and Recreation right here, Ctfm. Come on back with us.
When you've got a real emergency on your hands, you need a full-service ER team on your side. And only Hunt Regional Healthcare offers complete care for emergencies. We've got emergency medicine certified physicians, trauma certified nurses, specialty surgeons, respiratory therapists, and an on-site, full-service lab and imaging to help you get back to living your best life. Hunt Regional Medical Center, the right choice for complete care.
Carol Hoops and Trey Warren at C&R Floors invite you to their new location for the same quality products, service, and installation they have provided for over 20 years. C&R Floors, 2706 Highway 69 South in Greenville.
Are you tired of those big chain tire dealers giving you the runaround? Are you not getting the customer service you deserve? If not, call me and I will wrench the competition. Come see us at Discount Wheel and Tire at 4609 Wesley in Greenville. Discount Wheel and Tire, and we will get you all that you deserve.
You bet. You bet you. We're live. We're back at the Ctfm Coffee Tea Friendly and me to Texas. Folks, it's brought to each and every,
Do you have your microphone?
I got my microphone right here. Huh? Oh, just a second. We're brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare and Discount Wheel and Tire. And I want to tell you, the first, you know, Rose Hayden comes in with all that great information, positive stuff about the community. And then I told you before we got on camera that Philip Martin, you know, he'll take his seven. He'll take his seven. But he did, and I just want to say thank you, Philip. Thank you for giving us the information that he did, because it's good information for those people that are in Precinct 3. But you know what? He did something like we all do. He helped someone else, another precinct, mention it. So anyway, right now, co-host and friend, and you know, Gabe and I were just talking about the first time that we met HOLLI Wilson, and I said, yeah, I remember. And you remember what I said? And he said, yeah. I said, how old is she? What, 15, 16? Sorry, I had to say that story. But we've seen this young lady blossom into such a wonderful representative of this community, not only in the places that she is employed or has been or whatever, but what she's doing now, and that is HOLLI Wilson Parks and Recreation. Now, do you have an official title there?
Yes, I'm the Recreation Services Manager.
Okay, you hear that? Recreation Service Manager at Greenville Parks and Recreation. And we're glad that you're a co-host today. Thank you for coming in, and a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, so we've got a lot going on, so bear with me. I'm going to take my 7 or 8 as well. So basketball games, youth basketball just started this past Saturday. So those went well. We're going to continue those through February, and then the first weekend in March, we're actually hosting the Region 7 TAF basketball tournament here in Greenville. So it's going to be March 6th and 7th. It's a Saturday and Sunday. So we're excited about that. So we're going to have a lot of people coming into Greenville for that to see everything that we have going on. I hope they all come check out the Texan and get some of their awesome food and coffee, of course, see some shows that y'all have going on here. But other than basketball, we have another sport that registration just opened Monday, and that is going to be baseball, softball.
Baseball, softball.
Yeah, so for the kids, but also there's an adult softball league. So, well, there's 2. There's a men's and a co-ed, depending on how competitive you want to be or if you just want to play for fun. But the youth is going to start all the way from 4-year-old T-ball, and it's going to go up to 13U. So if they're 13 and under, so there's a few different leagues in there, that'll start, of course, with T-ball, and then we've got the coach pitch, and then it goes up to kid pitch. So there are going to be no machines on the mounds this year at the games.
No machines?
No machines.
Wow.
No, we're going to have...
That's all interesting.
Yeah, we're going to get our kids pitching, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I know growing up, I played softball, and, and that just taught me so much growing up. I mean, it'll teach you teamwork, responsibility, hard work, so... We're excited for that. It just opened Monday. Registration will go for about 6 weeks, and we need coaches for that. So
coaches. So
if you have kids that are playing, whenever you register them, it'll have a little box that says, "Would you be interested in coaching?" And so just check that box. Everybody hit yes, and we'll reach out to you. And once we find out how many kids we need, we'll reach out and we'll know how many kids we have. We'll know how many coaches we need, how many teams we're going to have. But we're really excited and hoping to grow that program this year.
Well, I just want to compliment the organization for parks and all of the stuff that we have here available in our community. And it's because of you and your constituents and the people that are in Parks and Recreation. And I see nothing but just growth from what you guys have already been doing.
And speaking of growth, we do have a couple positions open.
You see how I segued into that?
Yeah, so we have a recreation specialist position that's open. That's going to be at Reese Davis. And then we also have an athletic specialist position that's open. So for that one, you would be helping
Gabe, you're
out
not
with
qualified. Gabe, you're not qualified, so I just throw that in there.
Yeah, so all of those applications are online. They're on the city's website, and so you can see all the positions that are open within the whole city.
The city's website is?
It is, I'm going to put it in the comments. I know our website to register for the registration is greenvilletx.fun, not .com because we're fun. So it's greenvilletx.fun, and I'll also put in the comments the link to our job website for the city. And you'll see, I know the other departments are hiring as well. So for anybody that's looking, Greenville is a great employer. I'm so happy to be here. So I would definitely check those out and see all that the city has to offer.
One thing that's always been on my mind, I live on the other side of the tracks. No, my neighbor, by the way, is wonderful. Alice Reese, who is the newspaper critic here in Greenville. She's our neighbor, but And there's different parks around the different areas. We have one, I think, a little bit
We
further
have a
down.
new one going up now, our 9th park.
Oh, that was, I was going to ask you, somebody said a new park is coming.
Yes, Austin Park.
What is it?
It's called Austin Park.
Austin
and
Park.
I believe it's where Austin School used
Huh?
to be. Yes, it's where Austin School used to be.
Oh, okay, okay. all right.
Yep, so
And
they're
that's the
getting that all
ninth
put
one.
together now.
That's the 9th park. Folks, I'm going to tell you that there's some great parks in this community, and if you haven't found them, if you're new to the community, then
They're all on our website.
they're
You can
all
see
on the
list of them.
website. Yeah, yeah. Yep.
There's actually a hidden park.
Yeah?
Yeah, there's a picture of it in the 50s, and then nobody knows what's happened to it since.
Huh.
I don't know. It came up at the city council meeting last night.
Where is it located?
I don't know, but it's called Sabine Park.
It's a hidden park.
It's a hidden park, but it's not on any records. But just.
Sabine Park, is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a Google. So, anyway, thank you. I know she does. I know she does.
Yes. So we have a billiards tournament that's coming up February 12th.
Not ping pong.
We do have a ping pong club, but there's not a ping pong tournament yet.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, ping pong is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:30 to 8:30. It's free. Come play, hang out, and that's at Reese Davis. And we also have billiards that's on Tuesday and Thursday mornings for senior citizens. Our tournament, though, is open to all ages. I believe it's 16 and up. So it's $20 to enter into the tournament. Subway is going to be providing the lunch for the tournament.
Oh, wow.
It's on
That's
February
awesome.
12th. It's a Saturday.
Is that Subway organization or different local?
It's our local Subway, the one over on I-30 by Home Depot.
By Home Depot? Okay.
Yep,
okay.
they're sponsoring the tournament, so they're going to be providing some delicious sandwiches for that. And then the winners will get trophies. So the top 3, I mean, who doesn't want a trophy to put on your shelf and brag to all your friends about? So that's going to be February 12th. The night before, on February 11th, that Friday, we have a really fun Valentine's event happening at Reese Davis. It is going to be a glow-in-the-dark skating rink. So
Glow-in-the-dark skating rink?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What date is that?
It's February 11th.
February 11th.
Yep, it's from 5:30 to 9:30. It is $5 a person.
Is that Friday night? A Friday night? Okay.
It's the Friday night before Valentine's Day. So it's $5 a person, ages 4 and up. We have the skates. You don't have to bring them. Just bring yourself, show up, have fun. Yep, you do have to.
I never learned to skate. You know why?
Why?
It's hard to do it on a dirt road, I'm telling you. That's going to be an awesome event. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. You can register and reserve your spot at the same website, greenvilletx.fun. And definitely, if you're able to, wear some neon or some white, because we're going to have the black lights and, all the 90s theme. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, wow.
And they're transforming our gym for the day into the skating rink. So it'll be inside, so you don't have to worry about the cold weather.
Folks, this young lady has talked about, and we can still talk, but she's talked about so much wonderful things for our children in our community. And that's and adults. But you know what? I know the concentration a lot of times for me, I see it is for that young adults in our community that you're reaching.
Future adults.
Future adults.
Yeah.
There you go. Future adults that we're reaching. And I just want to say, great job, great, and continue. And we're enjoying every minute of it. I'm gonna Google Sabine Park.
Me too.
I'm curious now. Folks, thank you, Holly. Thank you so very much. And we're coming back. You know who I have service with?
I have
T-Mobile. Jessica's coming. Y'all come back with us here at the Texan Theater for Ctfm.
Company coming? Make sure they stay with us. At Best Western Plus, we'll treat them right. Like hot complimentary breakfast, spacious rooms, a glorious pool, fitness and business center, and best of all, a friendly staff. Our large, flexible meeting rooms are great for business and social get-togethers. Best Western Plus, just off of Interstate 30 near Cracker Barrel. Staying with us is always a plus. Best Western Plus in Greenville.
And we are live from the Texan Lobby Studio in downtown Greenville, Texas at the Texan Theater for Ctfm. Coffee, tea, friendly, and me, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Discount Wheel and Tire. And then we have
Regional Healthcare.
And Rose Hayden was here as a representative. What some awesome information.
Yes.
And then you come back up that with PHILLIP Martin, Precinct 3, and letting people know what's going on in our community. And then, yes, we did have that Parks and Recreation, but you know, right now, T-Mobile is in the house.
Yes. Yep, T-Mobile. We've got Miss Jessica over here. So Jessica, if you'll kind of introduce yourself and tell them what you do at T-Mobile.
So, I am Jessica. I'm a hometown expert for T-Mobile. I've been working for T-Mobile for almost 2 years now. So what T-Mobile did is they came up with a new program that launched last year called the Hometown Expert. And what that is, it's basically personalized and convenient service for you. Instead of, you know, most people have a 9-to-5 job and they have things they need to take care of after work. Trying to plan to get to a carrier or a store or anything like that can be a pain sometimes. And then when you walk in there, they can be busy and you're going, okay, So with the convenience of this is all you have to do is give me a call, we make an appointment, I set it up wherever you want to meet, and then we take care of what you need to take care of.
Living proof right here, folks. I've got T-Mobile service right here. And I tell you, Holly, when I first got my phone, I'm a paper man. You know, I don't just online pay. I'm write a check, paper. So I was having some difficulty. Guess who was to my rescue? Right here, folks. I'm telling you.
It was like a 15-minute fix that he was having issues with for mine. I'm like, I'm here now.
Right, and the service that's provided is it's great. It's great. Huh?
Free.
Yeah.
Well, no. Well.
I don't charge you to come to help you out. No, I do what a store does. I just don't have inventory on me. We do everything shipped to. But I do, like say, if you do run into something and you have questions, you can call me anytime. You don't have to wait to go to a store to ask.
And what phone number would they call if they want to get a hold of you?
It's 816-695-4898.
Do it again. One more time.
816.
You got it? Okay, you got it?
You got it?
You got it? Okay, good. Hey.
So something I have going on Friday with Script for the senior citizens, we're doing a karaoke tech thing where I'm going to teach them how to use their smartphones.
Oh, wow.
Because Script is now going to app. So they'll no longer be able to like do their scheduling and things like that except through the app. So most of them may not have a smart device or not know how to use it. I can actually take the time and sit there and show you how to use your device.
Yep.
So you're not confused. I actually take that extra time that normal stores and online services would not. Now, if you do like going to the store, hey, there's one right off of 30 here in Greenville. But like I said, if you want to be able to have that service at your convenience, you can always give me a call. I also have a Facebook page. T-Mobile Jessica Taylor.
Yeah, and a great supporter of this community, by the way, Holly. And for those of you, she has stepped in to do something that a lot of the other carriers are not doing.
Yeah, I've never heard of this before T-Mobile, so I mean, props to y'all.
Yeah, the reason why they came out with this project is because they want to focus mainly on the rural areas. The people that are crying out that they need better service or that they feel like they've been forgotten because, hey, they're in the middle of nowhere, So T-Mobile totally understands that and they want to bring that to them. They want to bring them that Magenta experience. Now we have home internet. Most people, home internet can be pretty pricey, depends on where you go, especially the further in the country you live, the more pricey it can get because there's no cable. Gratefully, our home internet works off our service. So you just plug it in, connect it, and it works just like, because our 5G works like Wi-Fi, because we have an ultra capacity tower here in Greenville. We actually are, I think, one of the only ones that have 5G in Greenville right now.
Wow, that's a great.
And a different bandwidth than the other carriers, in case people are concerned with that. It's totally different than the other carriers. So, with that being said, there's no installation fees, there's no box fees, there's no setup fees, there's no service fees. It's just $30 to set up, and you have home internet for $50 a month.
For $50.
That's not bad at all.
No, not bad at all. Not bad at all. So
yeah.
Right. Well, T-Mobile. I know we have time. There's maybe I don't know, Holly, but there's sometimes I think confusion when it says Sprint and T-Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's that's an item that needs to be addressed. So.
Okay, so what happened is T-Mobile and Sprint merged.
Okay.
And we knew it was going to be kind of hiccupy, but just let people know, don't panic, don't freak out, because those Sprint customers, some of them have been really loyal customers. I'm Sprint myself. I'm still on Sprint. But the transition is a little bumpy, obviously, but it's going to get there. We just have to have some patience with the service, and we're going to get there. We're giving some incentives to Sprint customers to make sure that they get the best service that they could possibly get. I mean, because they didn't ask for this merch,
Right,
So,
and it's all moving in the right direction.
It is.
It's going to be better.
It's just the process, because there's certain steps that we have to do, But like I said, however, I can't touch Sprint accounts, but I can give you the answers to the questions that you need, and send you wherever you need to go. Because, like I said, I did start off with Sprint. I have Sprint. I can answer some questions, but I won't be able to touch a Sprint account.
Well, folks, I tell you what, it's hometown service offered that the other ones are not doing it. So let's do the number again. Okay, the number.
My phone number is 816-695-4898.
And you have Facebook.
I do. It's T-Mobile Jessica Taylor. And if there's anything else that anybody could think of that they want T-Mobile to be involved in, or see what we could do to help out. I've helped out with, like I said, Sync, Scripps, Meals on Wheels.
Oh yes, great supporter. Oh.
I've helped. The what? I did do the turkey drive.
Oh, the turkey drive. Oh yeah, the turkey drive.
The Tunes for Tots.
The Tunes for Tots. Yep.
I did. So I try to bring back to the community as much as they come to me.
Right.
Because I want them to know T-Mobile isn't just about getting your service with us. It's more about, we want to show the community that we truly do love the community.
Well, I believe it. I mean, you got me convinced.
I feel the love.
Good, great service. Thank you, Jessica.
I appreciate it.
So, and I know Gabe's going, well, we still got time. We do have some time, but what we're going to do, we're coming back with all three of us, that being our co-host, Gabe Medina, and myself. We're coming back here for Ctfm here at the Texan Theater Lobby Studio. And again, Jessica, thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all come back with us.
Company coming? Make sure they stay with us. At Best Western Plus, we'll treat them right. Like hot complimentary breakfast, spacious rooms, a glorious pool, fitness and business center, and best of all, a friendly staff. Our large, flexible meeting rooms are great for business and social get-togethers. Best Western Plus, just off of Interstate 30 near Cracker Barrel. Staying with us is always a plus. Best Western Plus in Greenville.
And we are live at the Texan Lobby Studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas, Ctfm. Brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare and
Discount Wheel and Tire.
We want to say a big thank you to them and all of our other sponsors here at Ctfm. And Holly, thank you very much for coming in this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, and like I said, folks, and Jessica, thank you so much for coming by. At this time, and I sprung this on him, he had no idea. Folks, we are want to say a big thank you to this community, okay? And Holly, you've been a part of what we've been doing here all the time. We've been doing it, and thank you for your support and the things that Parks and Recreation are doing for our community and helping us here at Ctfm relay that message. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think y'all are doing a great service to the community with letting everybody know what's going on and the good news.
And the good news.
Because that's what people really need to know,
Right.
You know, it's the good news. So I appreciate y'all.
Thank you. And, you know, I told Gabe, my business partner, that we're hiring. We're hiring. Yeah.
You told me that?
Yeah, I told you that.
You didn't know?
I told him just before we went on camera. But anyway, we have got to the position that I cannot do what I've done before.
Yeah.
Because I'm slow. I went down 10 clicks.
This is when we started this organization, we knew, you know, Friendly is what, 82?
Wait a minute.
Wait, he's not in his 30s?
Yeah,
right. He had the energy.
Yes.
He's pushing another decade on me, folks. Hey,
Am I
wait a
really?
minute. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute.
How old are you?
Well, as old as I think I am. You know how old I think I am? My heart, let's tell you what, my vitals tell me that I have a heart of a 40-year-old man.
Let's just
look.
say, I don't know. Well, I mean, you can't tell regardless because your energy level is through the roof.
That's God.
I think you
that's
have more
God.
energy than I do.
That's all about God. I got my God charged, man.
But the thing is, we knew that you weren't going to be around forever.
Well,
we started this organization as
Moses lived for a long time too, but
we started this organization as an identity all on its own. It's a brand. It's not Friendly the guy. It's Friendly the organization that is here to bring the good news and good information, educating the people about civics and stuff like that. You know,
exactly.
That's what it is.
And can I add
and that's
one
what
thing,
it will continue to be long after you're gone.
I am not the most conceited individual that somebody may think I am. That word, you know what? I knew how to get rid of that word years ago when I talked to my grandpa, and off camera I'll tell you the story. But you know, our community is growing so fast, and we have two social media platforms, Friendly News and friendlyradio.com, that are reaching out to our community to let them know we want to help them. And I'm going to tell you, I say it here today, and I'll say it on my show. If you are a 501c3 nonprofit, please, this is free, the radio is free, and that word free, that's
for all nonprofits. Did you know that?
Right.
I think I did know that.
Because that's how it all started.
That's how it all started. That's exactly
how I got involved.
That's right.
You know, that's how.
And so we're at the point right now. We just need some help, and we're willing to. I tell you what, I'll brag that we pay our staff more than anybody can pay. Huh? Yeah.
I mean, unofficially.
Unofficially. And we're not bragging.
Because I've never worked for them. But,
the money it's not our money.
We try to.
It's not our money.
We're looking for help. If you know how to do tech stuff, or you feel like you've got a great personality, We're looking for a replacement host. I mean,
Yeah, come
you
sit in
had
this chair.
Yeah,
It spins.
How's it? Is it warm enough?
Is it?
It is. It's
it
very
comfy?
comfortable.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, you
yeah.
know, you're always welcome. You're always welcome here at CTFM.
So we're looking for tech people. We're looking for people to sell ads. I know that you're looking for people too.
Yes.
If you need if you need a job, just email one of us, gabe@friendlyplace.com. We'll find you a job. If it's not with us, it's with somebody.
Right. Are we about ready?
I think that's it.
Is that about it? Thank y'all again for coming into Barbara's house. And
thanks,
today, Friendly Live is going to be a movie that I'll tell you all about it next week, because next week, alias Charlie Smith is coming. So that's all happening at the Texan Theater. Thank you again, Holly Wilson, for coming and being that. And my business partner, Gabe Badina, my brother in Christ. And we're coming back next week, CTFM. Remember, keep it in your boot.
Well, I can't. I
know you can't. So.
So just hang on just a second. Smile for the camera and goodbye.